Hello, all my little ponies. I am going to have to talk about some of my history in order for you to understand my point of view. My mom was a fashion designer. She designed costumes for, shows in Vegas. And so my points of view might be a bit different than others because I've seen behind the scenes, and the fact of the matter is the people portrayed it very accurately. Now, the first question most of you are probably going to ask, well, why didn't she just tell the person in charge that the fabric was hers? Well, I seriously doubt Rarity patented the fabric, in which case, even if she did tell the supervisor, it really wouldn't be different because she gave the fabric willingly. It wasn't stolen from her, and unless Rarity had patented it so only she could use it, like how Coach patents its patterned fabric, then Rarity really has no claim. There's nothing she could do. And another thing is that you probably think that the way Rarity's competitor, the girl with the buttons on her flank, was very mean to her apprentice. Well, yes and no. I've seen apprentices get treated a lot worse than that. And I've seen apprentices get treated a lot better than that. The point of an apprentice is to teach what you know. But a lot of times people forget that, and it's more about them just being a helpful hand. Which, now that Rarity has an apprentice, she can get a lot more work done faster, which means less deadlines, less stress, and hey, we might even get more Rarity episodes. So, yeah, that's nice. Now, Rarity's inspiration from the hotel. You might think that's strange. It's not. I've seen a designer who got in that one of her lines was inspired by a tank she saw at an army museum when she took her son there. It was actually not a bad line either. The thing is that designers can get inspired by anything. Everyday little objects that we don't even notice half the time. They can just get inspired by them. It takes an eye, a good eye for color and beauty in order to be a designer. And Rarity in this episode was fantastic. She showed the peak of her generosity, although they might have overdid it a bit. Yeah. And the fact remains true that if you do well for others, others will do well for you. It's just the way of the world, but not always. And the fact of the matter is, there will be people who take advantage of generosity. There have always been people out there who do it. That is how there are serial murderers. They can take advantage of somebody's generosity and kill you. But does that mean every person you help out is going to kill you? No. And that is just an extreme. So, yes. I liked this episode. It showed the backside of some fashion industries, but nothing too bad, nothing too good. And as I said, it depends on the fashion designer and how they treat their interns. And there are designers who are like Rarity, who want to design clothes just to help make the world a more beautiful place. And then there are fashion designers who just want to make clothes for money. And I like to think that those who do it for art get ahead than those who do it for money, but it's not always the case. And so, yeah. A Starlight Pony signing out, and I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. And that is the truth of the matter.